Hey, welcome back. This is episode 46 of the Part-Time Players podcast. This is the video game podcast where 4 pals discuss the week's video game news. My name is Reece Lagden, and I'm joined by Brothers. You're still Brothers. How do you say Brothers?
Yep, Brothers.
Yep, cool.
Yep. Hello.
Awkward. Right, moving on. And Ash. How do you say, Ash?
Hello, how are we doing? I'm good. Thank you.
Good. And then lastly, Brad Moore.
This
how
guy.
Oh shit, he stole it. He's the stealer.
Sharing, I call it. Yeah.
Sharing, all right.
Sharing's caring.
Yeah. Well, you didn't ask permission, so I don't know if it counts as sharing, but there you go.
He won't mind. He won't mind.
Do mind a little bit, but
yeah. I was gonna say, look at that face. He's fuming. He can't even look, and you know. Anyway, topics this week will be Ash and Brad will sharing again. They're sharing their topic, which will be Resident Evil Village. I don't know if they're going to go into spoilers or spoiler free. I take it since it's just the first impressions.
We're going to keep it spoilar free. I am anyway. I'm going to keep it spoiler free.
I'll spoil a little bit.
And Brad's going to spoil all of it.
Yeah,
he's beat it. It's the end.
Yeah.
How far are you guys in it? How many hours have you played?
I can't really say without spoiling it because I don't know how many hours I've played. I've probably played. I'll stop playing it. Probably played about 8 hours.
Okay, cool. That's nice.
I only played it yesterday.
Okay. Oh well. Okay. One day. You, Bradmore?
I feel like about the same.
About 8 hours
at the same point.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah. Anyway, Brad Seeley will be talking about Resident Evil 2, the remake. So there's a lot of Resident Evil this week.
It come out in 2018. It's 2 years. 2 years old.
Yeah.
Boom.
This is how Brad works. He's 2 years behind always.
What I'm going to do is I just thought, I don't, like I've said before in this podcast, I'm not really a horror. I've played some horror games, but I'm not a massive horror game fan. I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. So I'm just going to give my perspective of someone who's not usually into that genre playing it, and whether it's hooked me, whether I like it, I'll go back or move on to like the Village eventually. Yeah, so that's what I thought I would do.
Nice.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. If you played it for more than 2 hours, I think that Brad's hooked because his attention span is like a moth. So
but he can't enjoy it too much, otherwise he won't complete it.
Exactly.
It's that balance.
Oh yeah, it's weird.
It's
a very fine line.
I think
there's a lot.
I need some psychiatric help. Please.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to do that. Anyway, there's a lot of horror this week. I guess Returnal doesn't count as a horror game, but it's a bit psychological horror.
I'd say it's horror watching you play it, mate.
All right, well, I'll take it. Yeah, anyway, I'm talking about Returnal. My thoughts on the game. I played it a little bit more. Beat the first boss. So, fuck you. But yeah, if you want to watch the show, we post on Monday. So if you want to watch it on YouTube, just search Part-Time Players Pod. And we're also on podcast platforms. Wherever you like your podcast, just search Part-Time Players Podcast. And we'll be there. So please like and subscribe to the show because we really do appreciate it.
Leave a review. And early doors, I'm just going to advertise next week's episode. As people know, next week's episode is going to be the Mass Effect.
Oh, plug in early.
The Mass Effect episode, yeah. So I assume we're going to start playing 1. So we'll be talking about 1. So,
I'm looking forward to playing it and the trophies. I was hyped for the trophies, and then you kind of dampened the hype when you said there was one that involved multiple playthroughs, and I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, because the trophy list, you have to use like bionic lift and warp and shield, and then you have to use hacking certain amount. Yeah, so you're going to have to play as like a sentinel, an engineer.
It was going to be a hard platinum anyway, wasn't it?
But it looked like they separated the insanity ones, which was quite cool. And it just looked like there's 3 platinums, by the way. Each game is a platinum, so you could potentially get 3. Yeah. So it wasn't just one.
It does mean multiple. Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
If you wanted to go for like the soldier, I don't know. Yeah, obviously we had to get the trophies that, but you ain't going to get any of the bionic stuff or hacking. So
shame. But yeah. If you, so we launched our new show, which you might have saw last week, where we talked about Invincible season 1. We did a little review of that, so go check that out. It's on YouTube at the moment. Unfortunately, it's not on Apple Podcasts because they're still waiting to start their little program thing. So as soon as that happens, for transparency purposes, it's starting early May. So it might be up this week, it might be up next week, but you might get 2 episodes. But this week, so tomorrow, so on Tuesday, if you're watching us on the Monday, we'll be talking about Mortal Kombat, the movie. So if you have watched it, we'll be doing our Watch or Not. Spoiler, not. And so So yeah, go check that out and support it on YouTube. So yeah,
yeah,
I'm sure.
that'd be good. Thank you. I realised last week as well we was calling the speedster from Invincible Red Rocket, and his name was actually Red Rush. And I was thinking,
oh shit,
we just anyone watching that, they'll just be like these geezers.
A bunch of noobs.
This is why we get called
noobs.
noobs.
Yeah. Yeah. So
he wasn't
next
wrong.
time
It's an
we
accurate
will
comment.
do more research into the program.
Or we won't. I don't. This
Oh,
is
we
casual.
won't.
It's
Yeah,
casual.
well, yeah.
Part-time player, part-time watcher, part-time I'm on my phone, part-time I'm
Yeah.
watching whatever I'm watching. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Expectations. Get that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Please like and subscribe.
We say on the front, we're part time. We know we're noobs. So fuck off.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
60% of the time we're wrong.
Rubbing it in.
Anyway, we'll go on to do the news this week.
Good. Hate mail's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
All news.
Directed at you. It always starts with Brad. We don't know which one it's for. There's two Brads, but we assume it's you.
That's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, first news story this week is a PlayStation. Of course, I always like to kick off with PlayStation, and it's the PlayStation have announced a partnership with Discord. So apparently, PlayStation have invested into Discord, and starting in 2022, Discord will be helping PlayStation develop their social media experience better. So not much more we know about it. Jim Ryan did a little speech about it, saying how excited he is, blah, blah, blah. PR kind of talk. I won't go into that because we're a bit boring me repeating what he said. But what do you see how this is going to pan out? Do you reckon we're going to get a Discord app on PlayStation? Will the game base look more like Discord, or will we be just simply an improved game base? I know, Brad Moore, you've been quite passionate about how shit game base is. Do you think this is a good thing? How do you see it panning out? Or
I don't know. So I don't know anything about it. If they do plan on, they're two very segmented systems. So and one of them is one of them's a platform so that you can speak. I guess it maybe helps with the whole cross-gen thing, because PC players at the moment, if you're playing a game on cross-gen with PC, you do a voice chat on Discord. So maybe integrating that into PlayStation will make it better. But PlayStation have never really been that hands-on with cross-play anyway. They're a bit like, we'll do this if we have to, but
they're very much an ecosystem. They don't like going out, do they? I feel like PlayStation are the most reluctant to do that. I feel like Xbox are a little bit more open to sharing and going around, and even Nintendo are still a little bit less, but they seem to be a bit more. Sony seems to be the least happy to do cross-play, like cross progression, all those things. They kind of want to keep it in house.
So I don't know what the goals are really. I don't know what the goals are. I guess it's maybe they'll just be there'll be an app on PlayStation, and you use your phone and it's all synced up, and but like you say, that's just going to duplicate what they've already got. I don't get it. I don't get the acquisition at all, but I guess we'll find out.
It's not an acquisition. They are saying separate.
Okay.
Yeah, because Microsoft, tried buying Discord, I think literally a month ago, and Discord blocked it because they said they wanted to stay independent. And Sony have come in and made an investment in Discord. So clearly Discord needed money or finances. And I guess in return, Discord said, well, your social media experience and partying is not very good. Microsoft's is loads better. We'll help you out with that. So I think it probably just looks like an improved game base. Just the experience will be a little more closer to Xbox.
Sure.
Ash, Brad, Seeley, you got any thoughts on anything on this? How it's going to look?
I've never used Discord.
No, same.
To be honest, I might sound old, like an old man, but I don't actually know what Discord is. So,
granddad.
Sorry,
it's like Reddit.
Same.
I don't really know. I never use Reddit. I don't. Yeah, I just
don't. Oh my god!
I know what Reddit is, but I've not got an account. I don't go on there. The only time I go on Reddit is
to be fair to him, he only found out what Twitter was last year. So
in Instagram. Yeah,
we wisely put him in charge of social media for the podcast. So
if you integrate it and it makes it, the social media side of it better. The only social media side I use on the PlayStation is if I take a screenshot, I post it over to Twitter. And I realized the other day, if you want to add swear words into it, you can't. PlayStation won't let you put swear words into it. So I had to, so I thought I'll trick it. So I wanted to put shit. So I thought I'll trick it. I'll put SH, star T.
That's right.
It's still new. It's still
new.
Like bastards.
So I had to put snap instead. Is
that why I keep getting snap sent to me on PlayStation? I wonder what that was.
Yeah, it was me. I keep trying. Keep saying your shit, but it won't let me say snap. So
speaking of swear words, I'm banned from Reddit at the moment.
How'd you get banned from Reddit? Some of the stuff I've seen on Reddit, mate. How'd you get banned from it?
I got a week's ban. Well, I think I'm banned from the Destiny subreddit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Get some feedback, and the regime didn't like it, baby.
I was saying some hard truths. Okay? Bringing the hard truths
on there.
What did you say about Destiny? You loved it.
No.
Oh well. All right. Fine. We'll talk about that off air. I want to know.
He's got a tear in his eye.
I know. He's going to log in later and see that he's banned. His account's been banned. What would you do? What would you do if your account was banned?
Do you know what? It's so hilarious.
I don't care.
I don't care. I'll play something else. Shit.
No, but say.
He's giving up, mate. Right, move on.
In regards to Discord, it's good. As I say, I was going to bring up that place, Microsoft. I think I was going to try and buy it for like $2 billion. I think it was. Like last month. But integrating it more into the game base, more features for the PS5. I think can only be a good thing. So
absolutely,
go for it.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. And if it's I'll understand it. I don't. That's different. That's a different story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not really. Only like what Brad said about if they integrate the voice chat. And you ain't got to use that as well. That'd be good. That's about it, really, for me.
Cool.
They'll integrate it. They release the features, and I'll be like, that's good.
Oh, nice.
Nice. They've already started doing it, haven't they? Really, with PS5, you can use your app now, like on your phone. You can be in a party chat already. So they're already doing those steps to making it a little bit similar to like a Discord type thing. But and
that works right. We use that when we were playing Division because I didn't have a headset or any earphones that worked. So that was pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't like laggy or anything. So
yes, absolutely. Yeah, good. On the way. Anyway, news story number 2. Talking about Destiny. Destiny 2 is the second news story. And Season of the Splicer has been announced. It's starting on Tuesday. So if you're watching this on Monday, that's tomorrow, May the 11th. And it's going to be going until August the 24th, which I'm a little bit surprised. I was expecting them to change the schedule. So it's going to be a Vex season. And I'm sure Brad and I will go into a lot more depth of our impressions once it's out and we've played it and stuff. But go just an overview of what has been announced. So we've got a new 6-man activity, which is going to be called Override. Which are normally good. I don't know. I'm sure Brad will have some thoughts on it. And we also got a weekly pinnacle mission called Explunge, I believe it's called. I feel like it's got really good. Looking at the trailer, Bungie make fantastic trailers as always. Obviously, we're going into the Vex network, and it looks like it's a real opportunity to make some really good jumping puzzles because you're in this like Tron, almost like sci-fi kind of setting where things could change. And I imagine we can have really, really good mechanics in it. I don't know what you think of it, Brad, at all. I know you're a big fan.
Yeah, really excited. And I love the fact it's a 6-player match made. More players you get involved, the better it always is. The last 6-player activities we had was Menagerie and the Sundial, and they were both fantastic, probably up there with the best seasonal activities. Fan favourites, so everyone loves it on board. But I just hope it's good. I hope it's engaging. Obviously, you can't tell anything really from the gameplay from the trailer. It just looks good, brighter colours. It's just all about the aesthetics from the trailer. Can't tell shit about how it's going to play out. So like you said, we'll give our impressions next week. But really excited to see how it does play out.
Yeah, I'm really excited to play it as well. I feel like Destiny's done really well, or Bungie, have done really well this year with their season so far. The story has been really like another level, and I'm really, really enjoying it so far. And Vex may be my favorite enemy type. I think it's close between them and Hive. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I was watching a Bife video about it. He's like a lore guy. And he was saying like, we've never actually gone into the Vex network like this before. And he was like really interested in the lore and how because we're not supposed to be able to go into it as Guardians. So it's really, really, really interesting to see how it's going to pan out with story, because their story's been on point.
I reckon that, the story, they've obviously ramped up the team of the like whoever the writers are at Bungie, they've always had good writing staff, but they've obviously just made a real conscious effort to put that story in game a lot more. And we've, like you said, we've seen that in the last couple of seasons. There's always been really good storytelling, but outside of the game, but it's becoming more and more prevalent in game. So yeah, I'm sure it's going to have a fantastic narrative, segregated from the main storyline. It's going to be. They may touch on the bigger picture which is happening, but yeah, excited.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's because you don't see the Crow or anybody like that in the trailer, so maybe his storyline is paused for this season. And obviously, we've gone from a Cabal season, now we're going on to a Vex season, and obviously the next expansion, although we know it's next year and there's plenty of time to bring it back round. But obviously, that's about Hive, so it's kind of like how do you integrate it into a really nice narrative. So yeah, no, it's challenging, but it's cool. Anyway, moving on. So we got armor synthesis, as we already know. We already spoke about that. Brad spoke about that, which is basically transmog. We go into detail about that. We also got a new raid as well. Well, new for us. We've never done it before, but it's a D1 raid called Vault of Glass, which is coming on the 22nd of May. So we'll be doing that, playing at day one. I'm sure Brad will be streaming it on his Love Shacks _ whatever it is on Twitch. Butchered that. And obviously, as always, we've obviously got new weapons and stuff. I think there's 30 new legendary weapons as well added, and we're getting our first stasis gun as well, which is interesting considering they've been second. Oh, the grenade launcher. Yep. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's a second stasis gun. So interesting. And the only other thing I wanted to say about it was Akora actually finally speaks. She hasn't spoke for a while. Gina Torres, who did the voice, he's a voice actor, he's like a big actress. She's no longer doing the voice of Akora. It sounds like they got a new VA, and I'm kind of glad because she's a big character in the Destiny, and she's never spoke for like 2 years, it feels like. So she's just been sat there in the tower because they can't get the voice actor to come in, so they finally chopped her.
And she sounds so similar as well. The new voice actress sounds completely like Ikora. It was like, hang on, is that Ikora? Was that not?
That's only because it's been 2 years. You wouldn't fucking recognise her voice if she could sound completely different.
True story.
She's Australian now. You don't even realise. that was a gamble.
Look at all these bloody Vex coming in off the Cosmodrome, mate.
That was a gamble I took there because she could have been Australian to begin with. I don't know.
Definitely wasn't.
Absolutely. Cool. Yeah, no, I'm really glad. We'll see how the story pans out with her being introduced again, and I think she's going to play a big part in next expansion.
It's really exciting this season. How the whole premise of this season is that the Vex have kind of put a simulation over the entire Last City and the social space, the tower, and you can see there's all the I don't know, there's a name for it. There's all this Vex stuff in the sky around you. The sun hasn't risen because you're just frozen in time in the Last City, and we've got to try and fix it basically. But it's a really good concept. Like the tower's going to look sick, unbelievable next season. It's all going to be in darkness.
It's going to be nighttime.
Tech everywhere. But yeah, we're trapped in a simulation, and we need to get in that network and bloody stop it.
It sounds good.
Get on with it.
It sounds good, but because of the HDR in the game at the moment, dark is really dark to the point where you can't see. So I don't know the tower. You're gonna be running around going, "Where's Everfest?"
Stop trying to persist. Just turn HDR off. It looks so much better with it off.
No.
No, I have it. I must use it.
Exactly, Brad. He knows.
It's ridiculous. Just turn it off. Turn it off, and it looks brilliant. It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway. That's all I had about the new season. We'll go more into depth once it's out, and we've played it. It's just an overview of it's been announced, and obviously there's a TWAB out with more detail. So if you're obviously interested in Destiny, go check that out. I would ask you guys because I know you guys don't play Destiny. Ash, what happened? I thought you was going to jump in. Are you not? Still on the fence?
I jumped in. I uploaded my character. I took a picture. I put it in the chat. Brad tore the shit out of me and said, "Oh, that's shit." And I was like, "Do you know what? I don't want to impress him anymore. I've given up," and I turned it off and I uninstalled it. And so if anybody's got a problem with it, it's Brad's fault.
All right, fine, fair enough, understandable. Yeah, he's a bit harsh.
He's a fucking bully in that game.
He is a bully in that game.
That's why he's got banned from Reddit. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it all makes sense now, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. Cool.
I'm writing to Bungie.
Get his account banned.
Get all his stuff taken off of him.
Oh, don't.
He's going to be part of the storyline. Just this man you just see walking around, just with no gear on. really shit. This is what happens.
Blue gear only.
That's like what Ash was on.
Yeah, it is. I thought that was good stuff.
Well, blue gear.
Yeah, blue gear. Top tier.
I might do that with mine actually. I might load mine up and see what my character's like.
Blue for the win. No, I did have a purple helmet. And then I turned the game on. I turned the black game on.
Yeah.
I think it's time to move on.
Absolutely.
On that bombshell.
Story number 3 is The Division. Has been announced. Well, it's not really. It's a new game in the Division universe called Heartland. It's going to be a free-to-play game. It's going to be developed by Red Storm Studio because I believe Massive Entertainment are the ones working on Star Wars, who normally made Division. So they're obviously busy doing that. They don't tell us what it is. They just announce that they're going to make it. It's going to be free to play. I'm sure we'll see it at E3 because Ubisoft will be there. What do you reckon this game's going to be since it's free to play? Is it going to be a Battle Royale in Division universe?
I imagine it's just going to be something like the Dark Zone from the Division. That's it.
Okay, interesting.
You're going to have an online free to play Dark Zone team, kind of like a Battle Royale, I suppose, because obviously you've got to try and secure objectives and take out the other team. So, and that's the part of the Division that I never played, like the Dark Zone. I never really got into it. So.
Sure.
They bring it out.
We did. We went in once, didn't we? We killed a man.
We went in once, killed that guy, that innocent man, killed him, stole his stuff.
We kind of character we are.
You don't have to kill. You don't have to kill people. You can just kill like more MPs. You know, like more.
Yeah, no.
Ash, we had a discussion. We decided whether or not we should let him live or kill him, and Brad was already running over with a fucking gun and mutilated him in the face.
I think, he just wandered up to us and was like, "I think he's going to talk to us," and then. Yeah, he was having a chat about whether we should kill him or not, and I think he could hear us. And I just went over there, rifle butted him, and then I think if I can remember rightly, Reece just can't execute him.
Yeah, he was crawling on the ground. No, like our Division, you crawl on the ground, and I shot him in the face. Yeah,
this is.
And we stole his stuff. We stole his stuff, and we ran out of the. Never went back.
This is why. Then we never went back because we was like, you know what, this is bringing out a very dark side of us.
Yeah, this is like on Metal Gear, the last one, when they wanted everyone to get rid of the nukes, and it didn't happen for years because people like you wanted to keep hold and just cause terror.
Yeah,
we could all just get along in the Dark Zone.
Yeah, I saw that they was bringing this out. It's going to be on mobile as well, like mobile game. So
great.
Yeah, you know,
there's a dog in the background there.
Cool. Yeah, there's Eddie's having lay down. So if it's good, I doubt I'll play it, but
I'm not going to play it either. I'm really interested.
I'm not going to play it.
No,
I'm not going to play it. No. I like normal Division, but I don't want to be doing that.
It's obviously going to be a PvP cash cow, isn't it?
Yeah,
because it's a spin-off, so it's not going to be anything else.
It's going to be free to play, but obviously then you've got all the
every
like Fortnite, so.
Every big publisher trying to catch Fortnite, aren't they? So I think Apex is probably the closest with EA's Apex, but I feel like Ubisoft already released a Battle Royale game. What was it called? Hyper Space Escape or something like that.
Yeah,
I feel like they released it.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's been taken off really. I haven't heard anything about it. So clearly, then maybe they're going back and thought, all right, we'll add Division to it. Do you reckon Sam Fisher's going to turn up in this?
Probably, they put him in that, but they won't give him his own game.
Give him his own fucking video game,
enjoy it, you know.
Yeah,
he will absolutely turn up. He'll E3 trailer. Watch.
It's just for mobile.
Yeah,
just for mobile.
It's a skin you can buy, and you can dress up as Sam Fisher. Yeah, just have the free green dots and the night vision noise. Yeah,
makes me sad. Makes me really sad.
Yep.
I miss.
I just want the game.
Games, yeah.
Maybe we'll see. Ubisoft E3 this year. Maybe you'll get your dream.
Yeah, but it has to be voiced by Michael Ironside or someone who sounds extremely like Michael Ironside.
I don't know how old Michael Ironside is, but it needs to be sooner rather than later.
Sit in a booth and just record. You know?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, not if he's dead, he ain't. How old is he?
Or they find someone who sounds like Michael
He's not dead. I feel like you said that before. I swear I said he was dead before.
I just worry.
Yeah, no, it's I'd love a new Splinter Cell game, but yeah, Heartland. It's going to exist. It's
going to be in the ether.
I'm sure we'll find out more news about it next month. Talking about next month and E3, that's news story number 4. More publishers have joined E3. So E3 is going to be airing between the 12th of June and the 15th. So it's like over a span of those 3 days, which is quite cool, which is going to be a digital only event. And all these publishers are now involved. So it's pretty much everybody except for Sony. So Square Enix, Sega, Bandai Namco, Gearbox have now signed up to it. They already had Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Konami, who apparently have pulled out. I don't know why Konami were there because they don't make games anymore. Ubisoft, Take-Two Interactive, Warner Brother Games are all signed up. So I don't know how it's going to work. They're going to go, oh, conference for Xbox. Now we're going to Nintendo. I don't know how it's going to work being all in one thing, but yeah, we're only a month away. It's quite surreal that E3 is only a month away, considering we didn't think we was going to get one ever again. I'm kind of excited. What Drew?
Yeah,
you guys excited?
I'm excited. Yeah, I said before I like E3 because it's kind of like like the game of Christmas. I don't really usually watch the the conferences live. I kind of catch up the next day because it's all released and it's nice to see him.
I always want to watch
and all that. So
I always want to try to watch Sony's one live, obviously for obvious reasons. But it was always at 2-3 o'clock in the morning when their one aired. It was always on like a Monday, 2 o'clock in the morning, like a Tuesday. So I always had to watch it in the morning because I can't stay up that late to watch it. But I try.
I like to cherry pick it. I like to have a look through, see what's been spoken about, and then be like, and then go look up those videos.
Yes, same. I always backtrack. Go back, watch the trailers, watch the big news.
That's what I like to drops. Because all the trailers get dropped on YouTube, and you're like, okay, cool, this is, and like the top 20 games and new games announced, whatever. I go through, look at that. So I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
A lot of studios are there.
Anything particular you would like to see announced from those publishers? So like a particular game that either has been announced and you want to see more of it, or hasn't been announced and you would like to see it? Is there anything that stands out? Outside probably the obvious, which would be GTA, because Take-Two are there. But
it's not gonna happen. I'd like some more news on the new BioShock because we know there's one coming. It'd be nice if we had a little bit of an update on that.
Who publishes BioShock?
It was Take-Two.
Is it Take-Two?
It was Take-Two, yeah.
So
okay, fine, yeah.
I don't know if it's been, so I'd like news of that. Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be a good one. I really like that franchise. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Ash, anything in particular you would like to see?
Yeah, anything Star Wars, anything that anyone's picking up. I just want to see. This is the time for it now. So anybody who's got hold of any rights for it, just.
Yeah, like the Ubisoft one. Yeah, an update on that one. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I think it might be a little bit too soon, but I would love to see that. I'd love to see it. Oh, I didn't name EA, but I'm pretty sure EA are there. Or maybe EA are still doing their separate thing. EA Play Live, as they've always been doing, and I think it's airing at the same time. But maybe that's why it's not on the list because they're still doing their own thing. But I think we're going to see Jedi Fallen Order 2. I think that's a given at their conference. So. I would love to see at Warner Brothers Games. I want them to show more Gotham Knights because that game is going to be absolutely awesome. Well, hopefully, and I'm interested to see what Xbox. Obviously, Xbox have got to deliver for obviously Series X and stuff, and Bethesda as well is going to be a part of that. So maybe we'll see Starfield as well. Will be really cool, and
that would be amazing. There's been a lot of rumors that Starfield's going to get announced soon, right? So. Even if it doesn't get announced, like if they show a trailer, if we get more information of what it is, that'd be really
we have nothing so far, did we? So it'd be anything we get will be cool. Redmore, anything?
These games, like cool. Starfield and that, we wait for years and years and years, and all our expectations get built up. It's going to be amazing if it actually pulls it off. Especially when it comes to like games in space, it just seems to always be like this is the next big thing, and then it's like, shit.
Well, it's time, isn't it, with Star Wars stuff and Mass Effect being remade or remastered, and then obviously Starfield as well. It's really, really cool stuff. Brad?
Yeah, similar thoughts. I'd love to see Ubisoft's Star Wars, but unlikely. There's always that glimmer of hope Rockstar announced something, but it's probably more likely to do a visual showcase of DLC or something, or like just PS5 trailer. That would be quite good. They did that with the whole PS4 thing at E3. They did a PS4 upgrade trailer which showcased all the draw distance and resolution and everything, so that could happen. Which would be fine. I Hogwarts, like, I don't know if that, like to see what's happening with Hogwarts. I'm still like, I'm looking forward to getting my hat, seeing what it's all about, seeing if it is going to be a really dumbed down RPG or if they're going to go.
Yeah, my excitement for that game has been so dropped just because of the production issues, people leaving, all the controversy around it, and then it being delayed by, was it next year or the year after? Was it delayed by 2 years or something like that? I was like, wow, okay, this game's in trouble. Yeah. So temper your expectations.
I'd like to see what, because absolutely, I've got those tempered expectations, but I just want to see what, what's happening. Of course, let's have a look.
Yeah, cool.
And it's a shame. Bungie doesn't sound like they're going to be. I'm assuming since they're split with Activision, it's unlikely that they'll show up. They're not on the list, which is a shame because it's a good platform for them to talk about the big expansions they normally do. Like the Forsaken was revealed there. There was that Cade got shot at E3, a huge E3 moment, which was fantastic. But we didn't see Shadowkeep at the last E3, so I don't see why they'd necessarily U-turn. Could happen, but unlikely.
I don't think they would go separate. If they were going to be at E3, it would be with Xbox or PlayStation. I think they'll be in their conference just because why pay that money? Because you have to pay to be a part of E3 and it's a lot. So it's either like, we've got a fan base, let's just post our trailers separate like they always do, or be a part of Xbox because Xbox won it. So I don't see, I think that's what they'll do.
Phil Spencer loves a bit of Destiny, so maybe you'll get him in. Come on, lads, let's get in.
Yeah, Game Pass.
It was. Did you see him tweet about the update last week?
There's a new season reveal, and he was saying he's looking forward to playing it.
Yeah. It's Chris, good man.
Yeah, we're a fan now. Yeah. Cool.
I don't know. Sorry, production meeting. I can hear a thudding.
Yeah, I can hear a tapping.
I don't know what it is, and I imagine it's quite annoying for the listeners. Sounds like someone's mic's getting hit, and it's not mine.
I can't hear it, which makes me sound like it could be me.
Yeah, stopped now.
It's stopped now. Brad, stop doing it.
Maybe it was me. I don't know who it was. Anyway, boring for the listeners. Let's move on.
Well, no, we just want to make sure that they're not sitting there.
We want to make sure their experience is enjoyable.
Fair enough. Okay, well, that's it for the news. Does anybody want to kick off with their topic first? Should we kick it off with Resident Evil Village?
The new one or the old one?
The new one, not the old one.
Yeah. All right.
No, you do the old one, but I don't mind. Whatever, I'm easy.
Let's kick off with the new one, Village. Tell me about Village.
Go on, Brad. You go, mate.
All right. Well, let's find out where we're up to then, because I've put in about 8 or 9 hours in as well. I think like a day.
I've just got I'll tell you who I am. This might give you. I've just got like a little orange jar.
Oh yeah, so you're pretty much at exactly the same point as me then.
I know what's in the jar.
Oh, I didn't even look at it yet.
Is it Haribo's?
Is it like?
It's definitely not Haribo's. It's a sad jar. But yeah, that's where I am. I'm a little bit further than Brad then. Just a little tad further than you then.
Right. Yeah. So you're back outside.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, nuts. Very nice.
All right, we established that.
Yeah.
Good.
So it's about the game.
Go on, Brad. You go.
All right. Yeah. So really enjoying it so far. It's brilliant. The atmosphere is incredible. I love the locations. You obviously. I won't. This will be spoiler free. We'll tiptoe around some points, but yeah, you start outside in a village which is really fucked up and all messed up, and eventually you make your way to the castle. So you've got the different locations which are just so on point. Like in a horror film, you'd cherry pick these locations. I think like an abandoned village, a dungeon, and a castle. Like you just got these, and they're so atmospheric, and they're absolutely on point, the location. So kudos for nailing that part of the game. The visuals are just stunning. The music, the atmosphere is brilliant. The story it's all right, I guess. Do you know what my one gripe is? I guess the story's all right. Like you've got your motivation. I guess it's not really spoiling to talk about because it's the opening scene, but you're kind of trying to retrieve your baby who was snatched from you at the start from what you're assuming is the bloody vampires at the castle.
Bloody bastards.
So there's the motivation there, but the story throughout the game isn't really. It's like it's whatever. It's much of a muchness, but I guess that doesn't matter.
They kind of like set the plot device up. This is what you need to do, and then like the game is just
This is your motivation. Get in there.
Remember that, and then just play the game.
I thought that, and where I am now, just that little bit further, it's kind of like he's kind of in a haze. He's like, none of this makes any sense, but I have to get my baby back. Like, makes even less sense where I am, because you find something out. It's like, this is fucking weird, and I hate this, but I've got to get my baby back. So that's what he's doing. Like, when you get to where I am, you're like, okay, I guess if I was in his situation, I'll just carry on going. I've got to get it. It's my baby. I've got to get it back, So,
how scary are you finding it?
Yeah, I was gonna. So at the beginning of the game, he's fucking mental, because you're like, this is mad. This is like not necessarily. I would say, I say it is scary, but it's also like, I have no guns, I have no bullets. These things don't die when I do have bullets and guns. So I don't even think I'd be helped. I don't even think it'd be helpful if I had loads of bullets and guns. These things just don't want to die. That's why I run past them. Oh no, they're really fast. They've caught me anyway. So let's set up the game brilliantly. And I've got to a point now where I'm like, because in all Resident Evil, because you seem to get to a point where you've got enough guns and enough ammo, and you've got good at it. You're like, fuck it. These things they ain't too much to me. But then you find out there's 6 of them, and you kill all them, and you're like, bullets are all gone. I'm back in the terrifying situation. I've only got to get caught by them like 3 times, and then I'm dead. Yeah. So they're doing that, because I'm playing it on normal difficult at the moment, and they're doing that really well when it comes to managing your ammo and thinking, I'm going to try and take that out from a distance, hopefully get a headshot, because I know if that comes towards me now, I've got like 26 bullets, and I can kill it with 6. Less if I get headshots. So it does make you think. But the beginning of it, man, like those things running at you, and when you go into when you go into dungeons and that, and you're like, you just hear them like walking around. You're like, right, where are they? Because there's so many in a dungeon. Obviously it works like a dungeon, so there's loads of different pathways, and they're all black and they're all dark, and these things can come out of any of them. So you're just looking, you're like, where the fuck is that thing coming from? So the atmosphere and the gameplay, the mechanics, they're a little bit different from other Resident Evils. Like you still seem to have like a compartment where you put your guns and that. And one thing they don't tell you, or if they did, I wasn't listening, but you can organize that. So you'll go to pick something up and they're like, you've got no room in your inventory. You're like, oh shit. But you don't, if you move it about and you do it clever and do it smart, you can fit more stuff in. You can buy upgrades as well, like the old games, but key items just seem to be in a list of their own. So it used to be, I've picked up a crank, I've used all the cranks around it, and it'd come up with like a little red bin, and then you just like dispose of it. You're like, I don't need that crank anymore.
I know that now. I know.
Yeah, he knows that.
I get that.
You get that reference.
Now. Yeah.
But now
I haven't
it
had
seems
my
to
inventory
be
full once yet.
Yeah, this is the thing. So I did, when I picked up another gun, because it took up like 6 slots, and I'd just been dumping stuff in my inventory. I had like a plant there which I had to move over, and then I could pick up the gun.
Right.
I think if you upgrade, because I didn't get the infantry upgrades till way later on. I was like, I'm not buying them. I've got loads of room. And then I picked up so many guns, and I was like, oh, shit. But yeah, on when you pick up cranks and key items, they go into a separate category. And all of like your treasure that you pick up that you sell, they go into a separate category. So the only one you have to take inventory of is like health, bullets, your actual guns, and stuff like that. All the scrap goes into another category. Consumables, all that is you have to manage. All the treasure you get, you don't. That goes into another category. All the like usable items, like say like a crank, or you've got like, what else do you actually use? Like keys, they all go into another category. You don't have to worry about them. You ain't got to worry about, I've got a diamond key and it's taking up 2 slots and I need to pick up this ammo. You ain't got to worry about that. Yeah. Which is quite nice, different from Resident Evil though, because you don't actually have a safe deposit box. You don't have one. Sure. It seems to be like if you've got a handgun and you get a better one, maybe you do. Just sell the old one.
Inventory issues in games are so frustrating. They're such like a pain point. It's like, oh, really? Can't I just pick it up?
You're going to love Mass Effect 1. Yeah, if they've not changed it, you're going to... You're gonna be really enjoyable for
It
you.
just feels like such an unnecessary evil. It's like, why?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's but yeah, it's I agree with you. The start of the game is like fucking my heart was pounding the whole time.
Yeah.
And then it turns into a different kind of horror because, to be fair, I'm not a massive Resident Evil fan. I'm a horror game fan, and I really liked Biohazard. I thought it was a brilliant horror game, and I was a bit. I'd read a couple of previews on Village, and some people said, "Oh, it's not as much as a horror game. It's more of a Resident Evil game. It's more action." And it starts off like that, but then it's not at all. Like the whole, the last few hours I've been playing, it's like fucking horror. Like walking around that castle, it's creepy as fuck, and there's all the puzzles, it's all the same stuff. So I didn't really agree with that take. It's a really, really good horror game, but it still is Resident Evil at its core. And it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
I've got a question to ask you. You know the ones with the flaming bells? You had to find them. Did you cheat?
No.
You found them?
No.
Good.
Because
I didn't. I didn't, and it took me about half hour.
What was the last one you found? The one out
on the bloody chandelier.
No,
the one outside. I found that straight away. The one in the chandelier, you had to be at a certain point on the steps to see the bloody thing.
Yeah. No, I went up to the top of the steps and was looking around. I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah. No,
I did cheat on another point though. I can't remember what, but
I haven't cheated once yet. I probably just missed that bit then. But there's points in the game where I've discovered once, unless you can get back to the point where I've missed it, because I can't go into too much details. I think there is points you can miss. So really if you're playing it, really take advantage of where you are at the moment. Make sure you've done everything before you carry on. You think it's going to change the plot, because I'm pretty sure there was a crypt I could have gone in and I didn't go into it.
Yeah, I've heard that there's like there's more like not so side quests, but there's like side paths that you can go down, and by exploring that's the way you're going to only find certain weapons if you take the time to explore.
It was like on
the more village you unlock, the more you can have a look around. That's because I haven't played it, but I've watched reviews.
It was like on Biohazard. They don't hold your hand. They don't tell you everything. It's like there was a shotgun you could get. So the first shotgun you get in Biohazard, you have to take it off of a statue. And as soon as you take it off the statue, the big gate comes up and you're like, oh shit, right, okay, I need to replace it. You find a broken shotgun, you're like, oh, I'll put the broken shotgun. Right now I've got the working shotgun, I'll carry on with the rest of the game and be happy. But it turns out you also find a toy shotgun. So you can use the toy shotgun, take the broken shotgun back off, go find some repair parts and repair the broken shotgun. It's better than the original shotgun. They don't tell you any of this. You just got to figure that out for yourself.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine there's going to be a lot more, and people love that. So I imagine there's going to be a lot more of that in this game. But I don't know where they are because I haven't played it enough. But I'm really enjoying the game, and I don't know if you're a bit worried, Brad, about it being short. The part I've got to because I thought, okay, well I'm just gonna go grab. I'll go grab my baby now. But it's opened up massively, and I was like, oh fucking hell, I've got a long time to go before this is over then, which is brilliant.
I was thinking, after what happened, I was we wrapping up now.
Yeah, but no, you're not. And I like you get a little statue of like Demetrisco, the woman. Yeah. If you turn that statue around, that's got a caboose on it, mate. I'll tell you now. I was like, I love that because I don't know if they knew this from when they made the game that everyone was going to be obsessed with her, or they've quickly added it in. But that's got so much dialogue to do with her body. Even once you sell that statue to the Duke, he makes a comment on it, and you're like,
really?
Man, they're horn dogs. They really are horn dogs.
I thought they started it, didn't they? I thought you said they started it, Capcom, about the whole...
they make it very obvious, like the angles and that. But I don't know if they knew people was going to pick up it. Maybe they know the gamers, these gamers who play these games as little horn dogs. Maybe they knew that. But yeah, it did make me laugh. I was like, it's so clever.
I was going to say, why don't we talk about what everyone's here for, Lady Demetrisk?
She worked really well. She was brilliant.
As like an enemy, so she's kind of like a nemesis, Mr. X type.
Mr. X, At a certain point in the game, she walks around the castle, and if you see her, like Mr. X was scary because he would punch her. If you see her, I don't know what sort. I didn't get caught from her again, but I had full health. I got one hit from her, and I was fucking seeing red. I could barely run. She was. And there's points in the game where it's just a normal mechanic. Say you're like lifting something up, or you're pulling the switch. And this is what I love. They do this so well. The game developers do this so well. It's just like, okay. You won't even pay attention. You're like, I just pull that switch, and you're looking at something else. You look over and you're like, what the fuck just happened? Because they've put a little cutscene in. and something you've done hundreds of times, and then it's like, wow, shit. And I tell you what, Ethan's a trooper. The amount he goes through, God loves a trier, but that poor bastard has been through some shit, and he's still carrying on.
Yeah.
He's gonna have that PTSD through the fucking roof, mate. I'll tell you now, because
absolutely. Talking about Ethan, do you need to play 7? Ideally, would it add to the story? Obviously, because it's a sequel.
I think it would, but to be honest, you could just look up a video of about 5 minutes, probably. I mean, they do give you a recap at the beginning of the game. They give you a recap, and that tells you everything you need to know. If you want to get into a bit more detail, watch a 5 to 15 minute video. Yeah. I would always say play 7 because it was brilliant.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
sure.
If you just I
don't feel like you'd miss out on anything by just jumping into Village. I don't feel like there's no point where you'd be confused about. I needed to know that in the last film to know that it's It's the same character, but they are technically segregated. And like Ash said, there is a recap anyway. You won't miss out on.
And that's a good recap at the beginning.
Sorry. Yeah.
Told you everything you need to know. Didn't cut out all of the stuff in the middle. Just gave you like, look, this is him. Bosh, this happened.
I'll tell you what though. I think at the moment, I prefer Biohazard.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
Not location wise, I think this Village is better, but in terms of the protagonists, I think vampires don't scare me. Like she's a brilliant character, right?
Fucking Lycans do.
She is good, and and it's creepy as fuck when she's walking around that castle, and you're like, you can hear it, and the music changing. You're like, oh my god, I've got to fucking hide from this bitch. Yeah. Like that is terrifying. Don't get me wrong, but in general, vampires are sisters. Like they come at you. Yeah. There was something about that last one, Biohazard, being in a house full of fucking nutters. Like people off their trolley just running around with shovels. That was a different level of stuff.
and I think again it falls into the thing that was new. It was like, oh, this is scary. This is like playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I'm the actual person now. I've got to run around this scary house. Sure. So I think it's always going to be hard to carry on from it. But I think the enemies in this one are a lot better because the old ones you just had like slug men. Black slug men, didn't you? Yeah. That was a bit of a pain. But this has got so many diverse with the enemies. Yeah. And those Lycans do scare the shit out of me.
Do you think it's a good... sorry.
Go on.
Sorry, Lycans. They're vampires? Not vampires?
No, they're the werewolves.
Oh, they're the werewolves. Okay.
So the way it seems to be working for me anyway is Lycans seem to be outside. They're controlled by the guy you see with the hammer and the hat. He's I won't go into it too much, but he seems to control them to an extent, and Mother Miranda definitely controls everyone, so she does as well.
Okay.
Again, I can't go into it too much. I will when we can.
Yeah.
But werewolves seem to be outside, inside castle, vampires. That's all you need to know.
Do you think it's a good step adding more diverse of enemies? So away from zombies and adding more mythological.
Yeah, they're definitely going to bring it all together and be like, right, this is why these people are like this, and they always do. They'd never leave it just open ended, just like, oh, sometimes this happens.
So they'll explain it. Will it tie into like Umbrella Corp and like the T virus and the G virus and what's called the Lycans and the vampires and
100%? I reckon it will because they never leave it open. There, they even explained in Biohazard why they was like weird black slug men is because of a mold which they in the other things they experimented on, and it just turned people into zombies. This was like a pure form, and this why it made everyone go mental.
And apparently there is little nods and Easter eggs if you have played all the other games. Is that true? Have you seen any? That nods back to like not just Biohazard, but like to the earlier ones.
I haven't, but maybe I haven't been paying enough attention.
I'm sure there is. I know what they were personally.
No, I mean. I definitely notice it's still the acting and it's still a bit funny sometimes, but I think that's just the way it is because even like that, whoa, that was really dangerous, and it's like, mate, you just got like your limbs bitten off. Like you should be a bit more.
Whoa, that was a close one.
Well, I need to take a breath, and it's like
just gluing his arm back on.
Yeah,
Jesus.
You're like,
Jesus,
I need to be more careful. And it's like, you do. That is true. A bit of an understatement if I'd say anything.
Speak for a lot. There's nothing.
Yeah, but yeah, the game opens up massively, and there's a lot more bosses than you think there's going to be.
Sure.
Maybe with a certain boss, I wish they would have stayed around a bit longer, but that's all I'm going to say on that.
And who's worse? Is it Lady Dimitrescu or her daughters? Who are more?
To be honest, not going to lie to you, the daughters ain't that bad. Once you realise what you've got to do, you can take them out nice and easy. But again, I think that adds.
They're quite fit as well.
Yeah, they are, which is nice. You're like, well, I don't mind you biting me, love.
Come by me.
It's at first you're like, when you first start beating, you're like, oh fucking hell, this is maybe I should have put it on a harder difficulty because I think I'm going to blow through this. And then, like I say, when you get to where I am, you're like, oh no, if they'd have made them super hard, I'd be playing this fucking game forever. So I can understand why. But yeah, they makes sense why they're so easy because of what you have to do to get rid of them.
Sure.
Again, it's just I'm really enjoying it.
To backtrack slightly, to Brad Moore's what you were saying about it's not scary. Is that because you played it in VR? Do you reckon because you played 7 in VR, is that taken away from this game a little bit because it's not?
I think that does play a big part of it, yeah, and that's what I'm very conscious of. I don't think but yeah, if I was to play this game in VR, fucking hell, I don't know if I could.
You'd have a heart attack.
Yeah, maybe that's why they didn't do it for health reasons. Because especially the outside bit, the werewolves, especially that bit, like inside the mansion would be the same sort of experience. Is you've got Dimitrescu walking around and she just started chasing that feeling is horrible in VR. Like to actually look behind you and see her walking down and getting her claws out, that would be.
I think I'd stop.
That would be awful, but similar to what was in Biohazard. Yeah,
there he is.
Similar to Biohazard, but yeah, with the action parts outside, I think it might be a bit too much for VR, a bit too fast.
Yeah, sure, 100%,
and wouldn't work as well, which I think is why. But the VR did bring so much to it. It honestly it took horror to horror games on VR to a new level with Biohazard. But
yeah, I can totally understand why. Brett, you was going to ask a question?
I was just going to say. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You both recommend this. You think it's a good
100%. If you're into horror games and you're into Resident Evil games, it's a win-win either way. If you're just into horror games and you're just into Resident Evil games, it's still going to work. But if you're a horror fan and you just want to jump into something and for some reason you haven't played 7, jump into this. It's great.
How does it perform? Sorry to cut you off there, Brad.
How does it perform? Really well. I haven't had any lag at all. You're constantly spinning. I've played it. I've had a few times where I'm like, I've got to go. Oh no, I'll go there, and then I've moved the camera around so much. I'm like, whoa, bloody hell, that was too quick. I'm playing on PlayStation 5, but I've got any frame rate. I haven't seen a loading screen once, and considering I'm going from building to building to building, underground, upper ladder, all this stuff, I haven't seen the loading screen once.
Okay, cool. Because you both said how good it looked from the demo. I think you've both said how stunning it looks with the ray tracing.
When you walk through like a load in the cellar, you walk through like a massive how can I explain it? There's just blood everywhere, and you're walking through it, and every time you take a step, you get ripples, and if you go in a different direction, you get ripples going in that way. So, and the way the light shines through is just brilliant. I'd definitely say, focus on the your brightness balance as well, because it adds a lot to the game. It can be annoying sometimes because there's a really annoying feature on it. You seem to have a torch, but he decides when he wants to turn it on. If that was me, I'd have that on all the time. I'd have it on outside because it's well dark in that game, but it adds to it because you don't know what's around the corner.
Yeah, sure. That's the horror. Go on, Brad. Sorry.
It's just a real great game to pick up as well. Like I hate starting a game and I don't know what the fuck I've got to do, and I've got all these texts come up that I've got to read and all this inventory and all this stuff. I just love games that start so simply, with such simplicity, and you just work it out as you go along. It's one of those games that you can just dive into, not have to think about it. You walk around with nothing in your hands, and you pick up one item and you use that for there. And there's there is no tutorial. It's just not needed for a game like this. And they're my sort of games, because I can't be fucking bothered. I'm too old to do tutorials and read shit nowadays in my gaming. I'm a lazy gamer, and it's one of the things I love about the newer Resident Evil games. You just jump in and just learn it as you go, and it's so easy to get stuck in, and you're immediately you're not having to think about mechanics. it's just such a smooth transition. You're just in the game from the start, and there's nothing to learn. You just as long as you know how to walk.
It's almost like optional. If that makes sense.
Yeah, if you wanted to make it a lot more complicated, you could to an extent. You could think about chucking landmine down, which are really good. You could learn how to make them before you go into a situation. You could plan that out if you really wanted to, and it'd probably make it a completely different game. But like Brad says, you can just think, I'm going to spend, instead of spending my scrap on making a landmine and sorting out a way of drawing these people in, I'm just going to make some shotgun shells. I'm just going to fucking try and aim for their head and take them out that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Nice, easy game to get on with.
The I've got a Metacritic score in a minute for it. It's 84. So
84. Oh, that is low.
Yeah,
that is low. That definitely didn't think it'd be that low. I know it's not the final thing, but
yeah,
I've not seen any bad reviews on it yet.
25.
Myself.
Someone scored it a 0. They didn't appreciate it.
They didn't buy it. They're just being an
poor
idiot.
gameplay shooter. This is not horror. Play a 10-year-old Metro 2033 and taste what a proper horror shooter is.
Is that a user or a critic?
These are under. Yeah, that's a user review.
Yeah, that doesn't count towards the score.
No, but I'm just saying. Yeah, that's
troll.
Someone's.
Yeah.
Every game gets a 0. Some
Yeah.
person just likes to shit on anything.
Yeah. Maybe me and Brad are just wrong. Maybe next week it'll come out. It's the worst game ever released, and we was I really enjoyed it.
It's interesting. Like, I just brought it up because everyone's saying how good it is. So I've seen all the reviews, and then like you say, it's obviously a troll, and it's just someone's just like, no, I'm going to put 0 on Metacritic, and that's going to.
Because I like to be different, but then again, it gets us talking. So
I don't get some people.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, that's pretty much all I can say without spoiling it.
I don't enjoy Last of Us 2. I wouldn't bother going my way.
Oh, the amount of zeros are probably on that.
I just don't care. I was just like, it's not for me.
There'll be zeros on Red Dead as well. If you go on Red Dead.
Exactly.
Every game will have a 0. It's just silly. But cool. Glad you're both enjoying it. Obviously, expectations were higher. Hopefully,
they've been met. They've been met so far. They've been met. Yeah. Thumbs up.
Execution.
Yeah.
Cool. Are we sticking with Resident Evil?
Yeah, I'll just move on. I'll step back in time to Resident Evil. So I've been playing Resident Evil 2 remake. A little bit of history for you here. Come out in 2009. A remake of the 1998 game of the same name. It was released on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on 25th of January 2019. This is obviously the remake. Resident Evil 2 received critical acclaim with praises for its presentation, gameplay, and faithfulness to the original, and was nominated for several awards, including Game of the Year. By December 2020, the game had sold over 7.8 million copies, outselling the original, which I think's
impressive,
pretty good. And like, I'm one of them. I didn't never play the original on the PS1. So for me, although this is a 23-year-old game, it's new for me because I've never played it.
That's not surprising, that stat. There's a lot more gamers now than there were during the PS1 era as well.
I don't know if you know, 1 in 4 people on the PS5 didn't have a PS4.
Wow.
I didn't know that. That is incredible. Yeah.
I
know. What a fucking stat. I might tell you.
I think
repeat it next week.
We have to get its own jingle for that stat. I've been playing the remake. I've started this split into 2, so you can do a Leon. You can do the Leon story and the Claire. I'm doing the Leon one. I think I'm near the end of that. And I just thought, I'll give my perspective. Like we said before, I'm not massively into horror games. I've played Dead Space and Alien Isolation, and I played Resident Evil 1 remake on the GameCube back in like 2002, whenever it came out years ago. And I think I only played that is because I had the cheats, so I couldn't die.
Couldn't die.
Ammo. So I was, so it was kind of like just a breeze to play that. But I bought this back in January, and I thought, I'll give it a go, and I'm really into it. So someone who's not a horror game fan, it's got its hooks in me, and now I'm playing it. And even though there's some bits I know is going to happen, and it's kind of like, Mr. X is down there or whatnot, it's the story's dragging you through. So you just feel, it's going to be jump scares, and I have had a couple of jump scares now. It kind of shit me up a little bit. But it's just it's really interesting. It's really good, and the bit I like about it, when Mr. X does come into the story, he's not like, I know most people know this, but I thought it was interesting. He's not like scripted. So when you walk through a door, he's going to walk through the door. Like it's not scripted. He's just wandering around. So you could avoid him. There could be long pace, time span where you avoid him, and then the next minute he's there. There's one bit I was trying to get back to the lobby, and he just walks through the door. Yeah. And then there's another bit when I was up near the clock tower. I looked down, and he's just wandering through everywhere, opening the doors and just stomping around. And you can hear him walking around, and the tension and the atmosphere it builds is he's really good. It keeps you on edge. But yeah, it's just really enjoying it. And like I say, it's surprising as well for like a non-horror gamer. Like Brad and Ash knew they was going to play Resident Evil Village. I was going to get into it. I was going to enjoy it. Me and Reece was like, no, we're not going to play it because we're too scared. So for me to play, to be playing and enjoying the remake, and it's actually made me. I'm going to buy 3 afterwards as well, and then do that. So maybe now
that's a testament of how good the story is. When you're doing something where you don't necessarily enjoy it first, but the story's so good, you're like, well, I want to know what happens. So carry on playing it.
So there's a bit where you have to save someone, and you go into this room to flick some like a junction box to open a door. And I've done it, and that's the bit like the biggest jump scare. Like you go to walk out the door, and his hand just like busts through the ceiling and starts like scratching at you. You have to fight like his little mini boss. And what Ashley said about the voice acting, even in this one, it's a bit, like you knock this thing over with a crane, like it's an abomination, and it's like, God, hope that's it now. And it's like, it's worse than this. You should be more scared. Like, it's kind of
an understatement.
He sees a zombie and he's like, oh, what's that? And like, it's just, what?
What the hell?
Like, what the
God,
hell? Like,
this is
this
strange.
Zombie with no legs just crawling towards you. It's like, huh? It's like, You'd be a bit more.
Stay back.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Just be having a breakdown. But he's like, stay back.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh no. Yeah. It's just, and then the bit, like obviously this is old school Resident Evil, so the puzzles, you kind of think they wouldn't build a police station in our museum where you have to find 3 medallions to open on a secret underground stairway. It just wouldn't happen.
Yeah, especially because that seems to be like the Chief Commissioner's office. Can you imagine how annoying that'd be? Like, where's the unicorn one gone?
I need to go down. I need to use the toilet. Who's got?
I'm not being funny. Medallion? We've got a rapist in that cell over there. How am I supposed to prosecute him if I can't get to my files because someone stole a fucking unicorn's medallion?
It is odd, but solving the puzzles is really satisfying. So finding them and unlocking the door, and then like you can't get to bits on the way back, and then you go underground and you find the thing that you can open the doors and that you're back in the police station. You open this, and it's very satisfying. You can do some exploration, and upgrading your weapons is pretty cool. I'm surprised really because I'm not a massive horror game fan. And I'm well into it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's got, and I think I said a couple of weeks ago, I haven't found a game that's got its hooks in me, and it keeps making me, dragging me back. And this is the game that's done it. So
that's good.
Yeah, no, really
since
enjoying
Bugsnax and Marquette.
Bugsnax, Marquette, and now Resident Evil 2. So, but then again, you sound like a horror game fan. Bugsnax turned into horror. So,
oh jeez,
that was it. That was that's
the turning point.
Yeah, that's the turning point. Yeah. So,
all right. You said you're going on to 3. Are you not interested in Village, considering it's new and it's supposed to be good?
I want to, because I'm enjoying like the story of like Leon and Claire in Raccoon City, and I know 3 is also in Raccoon City. So with Jill from the first game. So I kind of want to see the Raccoon City play out and see what happens there. And then I do think I'd play 7. I'd play Biohazard, and it's on the collection, so it's there available to me.
Sure.
So, maybe I'd.
You're going through,
I'll definitely play.
Yeah, I've heard 6 is terrible, and I've played
6
a bit of 5,
terrible.
and I did enjoy
5's
it.
5's not great. 4's good, but 4 probably wouldn't have aged well. I heard a rumor that's why they don't know if they are going to make remaster number 4 because it's dated, as in it's still a good game, but it's like. It's just like you do a power move and you do a turnaround kick, like a fucking, what's it called, a roundhouse kick to a zombie in it, kick him away, and then you stab him. And it's like, it was very good for like 2000s or whenever it was. But it's, and you got like this little weird tiny Duke man who's like a vampire boy, and it's like, that'd be hard to add to the new one. So I think
I think I do.
Even though it's voted like one of the best Resident Evil games, I agree. Really enjoyed it, but it's it's one of them as its time.
I'd finish 2, then maybe go to 3, and then maybe try Biohazard because everyone says how good that is in the atmosphere. So atmospheric.
It's on the collection as well. Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, maybe not one after the other because I'll probably get burnt out and tired. And then next week, all I'm playing is going to be playing Mass Effect. So it's
sure.
Yeah, but eventually. Cool. Yeah. But no, really enjoyed it, and
nice.
surprised myself with playing it. I dare say I'm going to get a few more jump scares and terrified before I finish it. So
sure. Platinum hunting. You going to get a platinum for it? Can you get a platinum?
No, there's one you got to do it on hardest difficulty. There's one you got to do it on standard or hardcore with an S rank. There's one where you've got to take less than 14,000 steps. There's a trophy where you can't open the inventory
box.
Yeah. So no, it's not gonna.
Some of them they're proper old school.
Yeah.
Like don't get hit.
Don't get
sort
hit.
of. Yeah. They're really old school. Like you can't die. Don't save. Yeah. Do it. Do it all in one.
Can you imagine doing it in less than 14,000 steps? You're gonna know exactly what you have to do before because you can't backtrack. Like where I'm running around the other day it took me ages. So I didn't know how to unlock a door, and I had everything in my inventory, but I was running backwards and forwards trying to find out everywhere to go. And
is there a step count in it as well? Do you even know if you're gonna?
I think if you pause it, I don't know.
Okay.
Or
that's unbelievable.
That's
a horrible trophy.
Yeah, I've not.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
It's a bronze trophy as well. It's horrible.
Maybe you can put it on in settings or something, but I don't think there is.
That
is up there with one of the worst trophies ever.
Yeah,
I'm not going to try and do it. Yeah, I'm not going to try and do it. So I didn't see.
So mean. That's like
anybody got that trophy? Drop a comment down below. You get that respect and say
Yeah. Very nice.
I'll go for the ones I think are achievable. I'm just seeing if there is a what it is, what you get for that one. I can't. Where is it?
Because again, in that game, it doesn't hold your hand. There's a point in it. I don't know if Brad has to do this yet, but you get like these little boxes, and you're like, go get these boxes, and you go and get them, and you're like, right, you need to go to where the boxes have got to go, and you're like, and they're like, yeah, no, you can't use them. And you're like, what? And then it doesn't tell you. It seems obvious, but you've got to go in your inventory, look at it, and open the box. Take the thing out, and then you can put them in. It doesn't. Yeah. It makes sense in real life, but in a game, I don't know. I've got to open the box up myself manually.
So there's a silver trophy, very rare. 5.7% of people have got this. Complete the game without using a recovery item. So don't use any health items.
Yeah, don't use any health.
Clear the game without opening the item box. That's a silver. And a small carbon footprint. Take 14,000 steps or fewer in one playthrough, and that's silver as well. So, although 24.6% of people have got that. No, you never know. I might complete
26%. Wow.
I might complete the game and it comes up.
Maybe it's really achievable then.
Yeah, that must be really achievable.
But then again, maybe if you're playing this, you might have played the original and you're like, oh, I've loved this game so much. I know where everything is. I need to run and do it, but I don't know.
I looked at the platinum trophy percentage for Avengers after you guys took the piss out of it, and it is quite low. You're right. It's like 1.2 or something like that. And I'm only 3 trophies away now from getting it. So I'm gonna join the club, the rare club.
I would recommend Resident Evil 2 remake. You can get it on the PlayStation. It was on sale. I don't know what it was. I think I got it for about £13. You can get it on eBay new for £15 disc. So
I've got it ready to play when I've finished Village.
There you go.
Jump over.
Brad's going back in. It's really good.
So what?
Really
2?
Yeah.
Do you have time for that? Destiny season on the horizon?
Didn't say what day. I just got it ready to go.
All right.
So what year?
I'll back off. Jeez, sorry. I'm sorry.
I reckon actually, after what Ash said, maybe not. I was hoping to have finished 7 Village today, but maybe not.
I definitely think there's some more legs in that.
I'm sure I saw somewhere when you press the PlayStation button. I'm sure somewhere I saw when I finished today it said progress 80%.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means though. Yeah.
Maybe with that section.
Yeah.
Because once you look on your map, everything turns blue where you've been.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe it's that.
Okay. All right.
Either that or I've got some special ass edition. and I've got so much more content than what you've got.
Maybe
I was mistaken. It's on the PlayStation Store. It's actually $34.99. So yeah, it's
that shot back up a lot, didn't it? I picked it up for £13.
Yeah, you can get it. Like you can get a physical disc
because the hype
for like you can get it in the UK. If you live in the UK, Argos, you can get it for $14.99. So yeah, it's, not too
there you
bad.
go. Gosh,
yeah, really good. Enjoyed it.
Cool, nice. Yeah, or maybe wait for a sale or something if you want it digitally.
Yeah,
but
that's when I got it. I got it on the sale. He's on the PS Store, PlayStation Store in the sale. And I was.
But saying that, I honestly do think it's worth full price game. One is number 2 because you get to play through it twice and it's so replayable. Number 3, 100% wait for that in sale because I think it's only 8 hours long.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Nice.
Sweet.
Cool. Anyway, I'll move on to my topic, which is talking about Returnal, which is the newly released game from Housemarque. I don't know if you don't know what Returnal is. It's a bit of a roguelike, kind of a psychological horror game. If you don't like difficult games, this game is just not for you. It's really, really challenging. But like all roguelikes, it becomes easier. So if you don't know what a roguelike is, it's essentially you're on this map and then it's basically a permadeath system. You die and you start back at the beginning and you lose basically all your equipment. And essentially, when you first go there, it's kind of like you don't know what's going on. You're just kind of trying to work out how to get off the planet. You're on some alien planet. You're basically trying to work out how to get off. And you slowly realize that when you die, you go back to the beginning. And it's basically trying to work out a way of escaping. And it's really, really fun. I think I would recommend it to all of you just because you like horror games, you like shooters, and I know you're a big fan of the Alien franchise and you like horror-y stuff. So with all those things, I know it's challenging. That's the one thing you probably got to get over, but I would recommend it to everybody because it's really good and it looks stunning. The fact that it's just on PS5, it's not being held back. Go on, sorry, Red.
Have you completed it? Finished it? Beaten it?
I haven't beaten it, no.
Oh,
no.
okay.
I've got to the second biome. They call each area the biomes.
Yeah.
So biome 1 is a bit like a, I don't know, not jungle, but it's kind of like a forest kind of setting. The next one is like a
kind of thing.
Exactly. And then the next one is like a desert. It's like orange and it's quite bright and it's very, very different. But the boss is already difficult. Essentially, what you need to do is basically do runs and then collect as many things as you can, get mods, get perks, get really good guns, level your character up the best you can, and then try and attempt to beat the boss on that run.
Yeah.
But the most important thing I think with roguelikes is the gameplay. Is the gameplay fun because it can feel quite defeating when you've done all this progress, you've got really good weapons, you've done all these things to die and then be put back at the beginning. The incentive to do it again is quite difficult, and unless it's fun, you don't want to do it, and you do feel a little bit defeated at times. And it does get easier. I don't know if it's because you get better at the game, or the game just becomes easier. The map actually also changes as well. So every time you die, it's not like you're going through the same level. The map completely changes, like a maze. It just completely reshifts itself. Every room is in a different place. You do collect certain weapons that stay with you. So like a sword that you get stays with you. You can unlock extra mod slots, and you also have like parasites as well that can be added. And they also have a buff and a nerf. So you have to basically make a decision of, is this nerf worth, like the buff, is worth the nerf? So you might get one that's like, I don't know, boosts you against certain enemy types, but you might be more vulnerable to another. So it's like a trade-off.
Yeah.
There's also...
balance it out.
Yeah, there's a lot of boxes as well. So you get like loot boxes where you're collecting every enemy you kill. They drop some kind of currency, like this gold dust thing. I can't remember what that's called. But another one you collect is ether. And then there's these ether boxes that can either give you a really good mod, but there's also a chance that this box, if you open it, will injure you, like damage your integrity, which is your health. So there's kind of like, do I open this? I'm like low health here. I need this mod. This could give me something really good, or this could literally kill me and end my run. And there's a chance that could happen. So there's plenty of gameplay elements to it. And obviously each time you unlock a new thing or you defeat a boss, it drops a new piece of equipment. So as soon as you unlock the sword, there's like a shield, like ray shields. I don't know what they're called in the game, but they're basically like a ray shield. As soon as you've got this sword, you can now swipe from. So it opens a whole new area. And I know once you beat the second boss, it unlocks a grappling hook almost. So there's a lot of grappling hook places throughout level 1, so you can then go back, and then there's another areas to explore, and then unlocks new stuff. So that's the roguelike elements. Obviously, Hades, Dead Cells have been quite popular recently as well in terms of roguelike. So yeah, it's about just doing runs, seeing how far you can get. It's really, really fun. It's challenging. The enemies are very aggressive. These like alien type creatures. So yeah, absolutely recommend it.
Are you gonna platinum it?
No, I don't. I probably won't even beat it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably won't even complete it.
No,
so, yeah.
I won't.
Oh, really?
No.
Are you not enjoying it, or is it just not for you?
Just long.
Yeah. None of the things. It's for me. It's really, really good, and I'm enjoying it loads. It's just difficult, and the time, because I'm not very good at it. That means I have to do a lot more runs to build my character up. Where if I was good, I've watched like some streamers that have been playing it, and they're smashing through it. Like they're really good.
Yeah, I guess it's their job, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's the problem with being a part-time player. You haven't got enough time to get good enough at a game like that where you can hone it down and get it done.
Yeah.
Whereas like, I'm going to pick it up for 3 hours a night. It's a bit harder, isn't it?
I've got a prediction. I don't think Reece is going to finish all 3 Mass Effects. I don't think it will. I just don't.
Why? Why would make you say that?
I don't know. I just don't think you know. We were talking the other day. You look at your game history. There's a lot. You've got a lot of games in there. You go in and then you're out, and then you just I just don't think you're gonna.
Yeah. No. I feel like you're worse than that than me for starters. Definitely. But that was more recently. I do finish games. I definitely finish games, and I definitely try and platinum if I enjoy them. So if they're easy enough to platinum, last few games I've played, I've definitely finished. So no, I will beat them if they're good.
Okay.
I will definitely beat them. It's just time commitment as well. In certain games where it's kind of like Destiny is a big thing that gets in the way of a lot of games where you're kind of playing it, but then there's like commitments, and Brad's a bully. So if I'm not putting in the shift in Destiny, I get kicked out of the group. I'm not a part of the raid team. I'm not part of this team because you ain't putting the grind race. You've not got the numbers.
Exactly. Keep up or keep out, mate.
Exactly. That's his slogan.
Horrible person.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to kick him out.
He's got his weird little clan. He's got his weird little clan what follows him around.
He's on my thumb all the time, so I don't have time for this game.
He's like Voldemort with the Death Eaters. Terrible person.
He is Voldemort, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Opened my eyes.
Oh, fucking Tom Riddle over there. Yep.
I'd like to play it one time. Not yet. We'll wait till it comes out on sale.
Yeah, maybe wait for it to go on sale, but just because the games you guys talk about and the games you like, Brad 100% would like it. I reckon Ash would definitely like it. Don't know about Brad. Brad see the challenging him. Don't see him play, but used to definitely. I could definitely see you both enjoying it.
I've heard nothing but good things about it. No one's got a bad word to say about it. I have heard the 2 bits of feedback. It's really hard. Yeah, and it's brilliant. That's all that everyone is saying.
There's no difficulty settings, so it ain't like you could put it on easy. But the difficulty in the game is a part of the game. And another criticism that a lot of people have had, which I think they're changing with a patch, was there's no save. So because the whole run thing, you got to do a run, and when you die, you go back to the beginning. When you put your game on rest mode, obviously you stay where you are. But if you turn the game off, obviously you start back at the ship because that's your run ended. And there was a save, I think, last week where people will put their PlayStation on rest mode. Returnal PlayStation shut their game down to then update the game because you go on automatic updates, and they lost their run and their progress. So a lot of people have kicked off that there's no save, but I guess that is a part of the game, that it's that you're doing this one run. So it's I don't know. I think they're going to add it, but still. But yeah, it's been reviewed very highly. 86 on Metacritic, which it's been a week since it's been out, so that's the final score. So I think I have won. Well, I don't think I have won on this one. So yeah, nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
well done.
Yep. Next. One last thing I wanted to say about it is because it is on PS5 only, the integration and the controller is fantastic. So I know obviously we spoke about, and it's hard to describe, but it is by far the best thing, even better than Astrobot. The rain and the feeling that you get from the haptic feedback is just incredible. Like you can feel like the rumbles and the triggers as well with the gun. So you have like this alt fire. So you like push the trigger down halfway and you almost like do this charge thing, and then you push it all the way down and it does this like blast. So no, the way the controller is being used into the game is fantastic. I haven't described it well. It's hard to describe. You kind of got to play it to feel it, and you'll be like, wow, like the first time you feel the rain just tap in and you can feel it under the controller. Like I don't know, it's the immersion is really, really good. It's incredible.
Cool.
Me and Ash forgot to talk about the feedback in Resident Evil as well.
I was literally about to say, normally it's really good with every gun I've played so far, apart from the sniper rifle. Have you noticed that?
I haven't noticed a thing, because I tell you what, if I'm shooting anything, I'm in such a fucking frenzy. I don't have a clue what's happening in my controller. I'm like, I know something's happening there, but I'm in. Yeah.
with the sniper rifle, it's really weird. So the trigger's like glass, like normal. So it goes down to a certain point and you press it and it works absolutely perfect for that. But getting it to come up to your shoulder, it's like that trigger, L2, is fighting me so much. That's got to be the max that controller can go to, like that, how much that is fighting back. So I'm like, fucking come on. Shoot this fucking bastard. He's coming near me. It's really
so
I haven't tried that.
Is there support for the adaptive triggers? Like you feel the tension? Okay, that's cool.
I'd feel it with my knife when I'm slashing stuff, and then after it, if you notice, after like 3 or 4 slashes, it starts getting heavier and heavier.
That's perfect. That's amazing. That.
Yeah.
But cool. It is, I don't know, maybe this is the first time I've seen it. It's a little bit disorientating, because especially with a game like that where it's quite fast swapping between guns because you run out of bullets. So you'll go from a gun which is really heavy to aim, you go to your handgun and it's instant. So you're like, oh, fucking hell, that's gone back into place. But no, sorry, we've got to talk about that. But it is there and it is pretty good.
Edit that and check it. So there you go.
Put it in the
and now the controller, yeah. Okay.
My editing skills are not that good. Not that good.
Is it time for the next segment now?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I will do robot voice. No, I'm not going to do robot voice. The next section is everyone's favorite This Day in Gaming, where we celebrate a game in history. Okay.
You're not selling out to not what it is. We celebrate a game in history.
Yeah, and we'll do. And here we have This Week in Gaming. Okay, that's my David Attenborough. Okay, so I'm going to give you some clues. You've got to try and guess. You've got to get ready. Everyone, get ready.
I'm not ready. There's no point.
Well, whatever. Okay, so this game was released on the 10th of May, 2016. Okay, so when this podcast comes out, it's going to be 5 years old. Okay, it's part of a well-known, part of a well-established series.
The Elder Scrolls.
Nope. You got third-person action adventure.
Is it Lara Croft? The Tomb Raider?
No. It's the 4th game in the series.
Oh, is it Uncharted?
I'm going to need more for that.
Is it Uncharted 4? Uncharted 3? Is it Uncharted 2? Is it Uncharted 1?
You need to give me an can I answer, please?
I don't know their fucking names.
No.
It's Uncharted. It's Uncharted 3.
No, it's wrong. That's wrong.
Uncharted 4. Is it Uncharted 4?
It's Uncharted 4. Yeah, it's Uncharted 4. Yeah.
I mean,
I swear he said Uncharted 4 the first time.
Yeah, I did.
I was just about to say, yeah, you got it, and he was like, Uncharted 3, Uncharted 2. Lara Croft.
He got it. It's fine.
Yeah, okay,
got it.
So my other clues were it's a PlayStation exclusive. It's a Naughty Dog game, and then obviously, But I won't lie to you. I thought Reece would have got that.
I don't think Reece is trying anymore.
Oh, I'm not trying.
Oh, he's got the arm.
I knew where he was after you said 2016.
I think what we need to do is go.
You should have. The clue should have been. I still have Reece's copy. That would have been a good. I would have known what it was.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it right now. So, I'm gonna.
That's 3-2.
Some sort of buzzer system going on. Yeah,
you can only guess once.
Yeah, so
and then once we've all guessed once, you can go again.
Duck quack a bit, and be like, okay, that's Ashley. And
okay.
Someone getting banned from Reddit in noise. That'd be Brad. For being a bully.
I've got to get a fucking switchboard.
And a sour, someone being sour and salty. That'd be Reece.
So are we adding rules? You only can guess once.
Yeah, I think we can do a buzzer, and then someone you try them in, and if it's wrong, they're frozen out, and if you all get it wrong. Yeah, then it resets. Yeah,
that's a good idea. What I've done is I've learned what to do. I just keep shouting stuff out.
That's good.
Don't know if you noticed my tactic there, but
sounds interesting, except for the whole scoring system is broken. But yeah,
Ashley's on 3, Brad's on 3, and Reece is on 2.
He's on 2. Salty Reece.
Unlucky.
So if we do the buzzer,
no, the real game is
you're gonna come back in, yeah? You're gonna come back in and play the game again.
If you set the scores to what they should be, I will be.
Oh my god, what is it?
Well, let's do a little bit.
So Ash should be on 2. Ash has got 2.
I'm on fucking 3.
No, you've legitly he's got 2, and legitly Brad's got 1.
Oh, Brad ain't got 1. Right, we're not getting into it again.
How the fuck have you worked that out? Right, taking down another score for cheating.
Right. Reece is on 1.
I'm on 2. Brad's on 1. Ash is on 2. That's what
I'm not on 1. I got Luigi's Mansion and I got that war game from a couple of weeks ago. I want at least 2.
Yeah, Brad got his 2. Yeah, really, if it was anything, it's you two all. If it was
fair, yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, I don't know why I've been docked this week.
No, you're not. No, you. Oh no, Ashley still would be. Ashley would be 3. Yeah, so Ashley it would be 2, 2, 3. So
yeah, boy.
No, he got the extra one from when you cheated.
Oh yeah, the extra one. Yeah, no, yeah. So it would be 2 each. Yeah, so Brad would lose 1, Ash would lose 1, and Reece would stay the same. But we're not going to. So yeah, Uncharted 4: Thieves End. Again, as I say, it was released 2016 on 10th of May. Got a Metacritic score of 93. Was kind of like
gaming royalty.
The end of Nathan Drake's story. You can actually get it on PlayStation Store at the minute for $15.99 if you wanted to purchase it. The bit I like the game.
Is it? Is it the collection? Is it on the collection? Nathan Drake collection on the collection?
It's in the collection. I think it's just the first. It's just the first 3 lists in the collection, and then that one's standalone.
Oh yeah, we're talking about 4. Sorry, yeah, you're right. Yeah, 4 is separate, but 4 is on the collection, right?
It's on. I think it's on the collection, and I think it's been on PlayStation Plus as well. Like it's been around. Like you can grab it, but if you haven't, you've missed it. You get it. I enjoyed the game. I've never been a massive fan of the Uncharted, because I originally wasn't a PlayStation player back when they first coming out.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. The one thing I will. A spoiler, but sorry. The end boss battle, well, kind of boss battle, when you have to use a sword, that's kind of like come out of nowhere. You didn't have to use that mechanic anywhere else in the game, and at the end, they're like, "Fight this guy with a sword, will you?" I was like, I'll try, and I was terrible at it. I've
got to learn this now.
Yeah, I was absolutely terrible at that.
I don't remember it being difficult, but sure.
It was just something like through that. You've been using like all these mechanics you've been using throughout the game, and at the end they're like, right. But the ship's burning down. Fight him with a cutlass. So I don't really want to. I'd rather just shoot him in the face. If I'm honest with you. But no, good. I know you're a big fan of the Uncharted series, Reece. I remember you fanboying out at work when this was coming out. You was very much
not a Sony fan. Don't like any of their franchises. Don't know what you're talking
about. It's at home wait. It's at home waiting for me. I'm going to get it. Because this is when Reece bought physical games. And which hence why he lent it to me, and I never get back to him. So
that's why I
don't buy physical games anymore.
Exactly, Ash.
That's it. That's it. That's
sorry, I can't borrow it. I got it digitally.
No, sorry, mate. But that was this week. That was this week's This Day in Gaming.
Good one.
Yeah, nice. Great game. Best game you've said so far, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, no, Bayou Billy was up there. Obviously, come on.
Bayou Billy was one of the best ones, I think.
No,
Luigi's Mansion.
Even Brad's played it. Really. Brad Moore's beat it.
Yeah. I haven't.
Yeah.
No. Oh,
have you never played an Uncharted? Any of them?
I've played. I got quite far into number 3 or 2, and then I stopped playing.
Oh,
I'm just not into them. I get it. I get it why people enjoy it, but I think I was gonna get into it, and then they brought out the first 2, like they remade Tomb Raider, and I just really got into them. And then I just didn't pick it up again after that, to be honest.
Wow, okay.
I know there's different mechanics and all that, and it's different story and all that. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's a weird one, because on paper I should like it and I should enjoy playing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not for me.
Yeah, but Naughty Dog are on a whole nother level.
I'm the same. Yeah, I think it's the same reason. I think me and Ashley missed the boat when they first came out, and that was really big because we was exclusively Xbox. I had a PlayStation. We were just Xbox gamers, so we didn't really get all the hype. And then when I did get a PlayStation 3, again, like I went played them like retroactively, and I just kind of thought I don't get the hype, if you know what I mean. But I can see why people do like them. But for me, I was like, I don't really get this. But I've played 1 and 2, never played 3, and I've played 4. So
sure, yeah. 2 and 3 got loads better from 1. I think 1 was more of like a tech demo almost. It wasn't a demo, but it was like the first game where you went into like water and you saw like his jeans got wet when he came out. It was like, oh my god, wow, those how silly now how games look. But I remember doing it. I was like, oh my god, wow, this is incredible.
So realistic.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, look at his hair and stuff. But yeah, and then 2, 3, and story really progressed, and obviously Naughty Dog.
Have you played any of the Uncharted games?
No, because I feel like that was the era during the PS3 where they always added multiplayer, and there was always multiplayer trophies. So I never got them.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing about The Last of Us. I could have got the platinum for The Last of Us, but again, there was online trophies, and I was like, well,
the worst trophy I never got was I played Marvel's Lego when I first got my PlayStation 4. Got every single other trophy, and there was a trophy for. I could still get it now. I'd only have to play the game and play one. It was. You had to play as.
You look familiar, weren't it?
Yeah, you had
to play Johnny Storm and Captain America.
That's Johnny Storm and Captain America,
played by Chris Evans.
Yeah, and then you got that achievement, but I didn't know anybody else who had the game, so I was like, probably shouldn't have done all this stuff on this game. Can't get the.
And you didn't have a second controller because I could have
could have just done that.
Controller.
Times were tight back then. I got that as a Christmas present. Didn't have a job.
didn't. Nice. He was one of the ones that when the very limited number of PlayStations coming to the Asda I worked at years ago, that was one of them that got put away. So one of the many taken by the staff. So sorry everyone.
It's how the world works.
You can get them now. They're readily available now.
Brad's like he comes over and he goes, I am the original scalper like that. I am the Mandarin. I am the scalper.
So we got 17 delivered. Okay, well 15 are going to staff. I mean, 2 lucky customers are going to get one. It's stuff we can do. But,
absolutely
excellent.
I'm sure you're having with the PS5 stuff. Are probably desperate for them.
But it would,
cool. Is that the show, or are we going into what we've been playing this week? I guess we don't spoke about that already. Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess it's a wrap. Thanks for listening.
If you enjoyed the show, like Reece said at the top of the show, we release every Monday. Available on all podcast platforms. Well, not all the top podcast platforms: Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Podbean. If you enjoy what you hear, please like and subscribe where you can, and leave us a 5-star review on the platform of your choice. Sorry, and also I'm getting emotional. And also go to
choking up.
Yeah, go over to YouTube, and if you want to watch, sometimes a dog will pop up in the background and a door will open. It's usually always in the background of me. No one else seems to have this issue. It's me.
If any of that shit happens here, there's a ghost. So I'm leaving anyway.
Yeah, so. If someone's standing behind Reece, it's a murderer because he lives alone. So if you enjoy, please like and hit the bell notification on YouTube and subscribe so you don't miss. And we post every week, and you can follow us on our social media accounts. So it's at PT Players Pod for Twitter and Instagram, the Part-Time Players Podcast for Facebook, and if you want to get in touch via Gmail, it's ptplayerspod@gmail.com. Any and all of those options are great for getting in contact with us. Or from YouTube, you leave a comment, and thanks for listening.
Appreciate everything. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.